All right, hello there, folks. It is another Friday. We are starting another session for our Civ4 game, Williams Cultural Challenge. Another one of these irregularly timed streams based on the fact that we have a little baby, and that dictates when I can and can't stream. Hello, Burninator. Good evening to you. Earlier today, William he fell asleep on me, and he fell asleep on my shoulder for like 90 minutes, which was very cute, but that then meant I couldn't do anything because he was asleep on me, and we did not want to wake a sleeping baby. All right, so we're going to pick up where we left off. I was kind of rushing through the last couple turns because I was trying to get to the end of the Golden Age at the end of the last session, and the real life William was having a bit of a meltdown at the time. So I actually took a look at the game state earlier this morning just to kind of refamiliarize myself with what was going on in the game. One thing I did is I reloaded to the start of this turn because I thought about it and I would spend a little while thinking about what civics I wanted to run because this is probably the last civic swap we're going to get. And ultimately, this is the set that I decided on. Welcome, Grillo. So there's slight change in the civics from what I revolted into at the end of the last session. So I actually decided it would probably make more sense to stay with universal suffrage over going to representation. The extra beakers on specialist is obviously great, but we don't really care that much about how much science we get because the goal is to win by culture. And the the bonus production on the towns actually is pretty significant in the three cultural cities. It's actually a lot of towns, especially here at Paradise. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 towns that like more than doubled the production of this city. Also, can spend gold to finish production in a city. That's actually pretty useful. What I think I'm going to do is we're going to push to push to steam power, and then I can actually cash rush the dikes, particularly in Paradise, which is a little lower on production. So probably going to use that, can spend money to finish production. We're sticking with free speech. That's not an issue. And then because I wanted universal suffrage, I was like, you know what? I don't think I need slavery if I'm going to go uni suffrage. That means I can run caste system, and then I can run unlimited artists. Because if I'm not building anything in these cities, I'd love to be able to, do this, 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 and then run, 6 artists. That's actually worth quite a bit of culture. That then gets fed through all those multipliers. So let's put these back on. But yeah, I think I want caste system so I can run unlimited artists. Otherwise, I'm stuck to just 2 from the theater. And then I thought about this mercantilism. These are the only option we have. And then I thought about this column. I did think about free religion, but free religion doesn't actually do that much for us. It just means we get the extra cultural value from the other religions, but that's actually pretty small. Each one of these is only worth 1 culture, so it'd be worth like 5 culture, which is like whatever. We don't care about the plus 10%. We actually would lose the fact that we have a state religion, which is pretty significant for Sistine purposes, because remember, for Sistine, where is it? We get plus 5 culture from all Jewish buildings. So like that in and of itself is worth having a religion, because where's the Jewish stuff? So like, yeah, this temple is actually worth 12 culture per turn because it's doubled. And this synagogue is worth 5 culture per turn. The monastery is worth 14 culture per turn. So we would lose that if we dropped free religion. And I thought about pacifism, but we've already birthed a lot of great people. Getting the extra great person generations, probably like 1 extra great person. I'd rather have the production bonus because we are still building stuff. So I think this is still better. Anyway, just a quick check on where we are in terms of culture. So right now, East Korea is in last place with officially 85 turns, but we'll be able to cut that down. I think we can probably win in 40 to 50 turns, roughly. So I would picture this as being around turn 270, 275. I think that's what we can shoot for, and I'm hoping we can get through that today, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how much time we have. All right, so we're going to go onwards.
Chemistry means the difference between
We finished chemistry, and now we're pushing for steam power. All right, so we finished the Dallas Pagoda. So now this is up to 640 culture per turn. Pretty good stuff. So what do we still have to build here? We still have to build these monasteries before they go obsolete. So let's 1 turn these out. And then we'll probably cut all production and just run as many artists as we can until the next thing we really want to build comes in. Now it looks like we have enough overflow to 1 turn that. Very nice. All right, so East Korea finished another cathedral. So what we're going to do this turn is we're going to rush Versailles with that great engineer that we had. And here, we built a temple. Okay, I don't think we need that. We're going to be running a lot of gold on the slider, so banks are pretty good to get. So generate a little bit of gold. All right, so 1 turn Versailles. This is a pretty useless wonder, but hey, it's more culture. It's actually worth a fair bit of culture. And then East Korea needs to finish. I believe we get no overflow on this no matter what, so we might as well run artist this turn with a little bit of extra culture, including you. I don't think we get any overflow. Actually, or do we? I guess we do get the overflow. Let's see. This is a good test. Do we get overflow on this build? Actually do not know. Because how often do you get to rush stuff with great engineers? Not that often. Okay. And Paradise is also... Wait, didn't we say that this tile could also go to this city? Even though it like kind of screws over poor screws over poor Desert Lullaby. That's okay. Desert Lullaby. That's fine. We'll figure something out for you. We can windmill one of these hill tiles with our extra workers. And put some rifles in here. I have an extra worker stack over here that just finished. They can go over there and windmill one of the, like... Actually, no, that's not going to help. That would just make this one... Oh, well, we'll figure it out. We've got 27 turns before this starts. Maybe we can windmill this hill tile. Yeah, we can windmill this hill tile. That'll work. Or something like that. Alrighty, so yep, just hanging in there. Keeping an eye on the culture for these. Yeah, so East Korea. So look, now we've already cut this down to 72 turns remaining. That should keep going up. Or keep going down. Wow, keep going up. Alright, so you're finished burning through the remaining monasteries here. Alright, so we got a pagoda, and then let's see, so we still need the Hindu, so we need both of the expensive, we need the expensive cathedrals remaining in here. We've done the cheap ones, now we need to get the expensive ones. But, which do we build first? I guess we build the cathedrals first, because the temple does not do very much. I mean, we need to build this for this, so we might as well do that. We can also cash rush this. We'll see. I'm probably going to cash rush the levees because they increase production by so much. Anyway, here's Versailles. Another wonder I basically never, ever, ever build. Nice animation. Actually, it does look just like Versailles. This is the back side of Versailles, by the way, if you've been there. The front entrance is the front entrance when you get off the train station's on the other side, and then this is the side with the fountains. That's where the gardens are. You go around to the back. Yeah, I decided to stay in universal suffrage. I thought it over and I decided I didn't really need representation that much. All right, so we did get the overflow. Okay. I wasn't sure if we would get it, but the answer is we did, so that's nice. Okay, so I do want to finish... Let's finish off this monastery because these are going to go obsolete soonish. We also need to get Hermitage in here as well. Probably build Hermitage next and then get out the last 2 cathedrals. Actually, last 3 cathedrals. We need 3 more here. Versailles is best when built by the AI and you conquer it. Pretty much. So anyway, now this is up to... So what, we cut it down to 66 turns? Yeah, so East Korea is the laggard, but East Korea is also going to get the most total culture increase. So hopefully these will balance each other out over time. Because right now it still only has 3 cathedrals. It's going to get 3 more plus Hermitage. So, did I ever get into Alpha Centauri? No, I'm afraid I didn't get into Alpha Centauri. I know some people love that game, but it wasn't a game that I ended up playing. Yeah. Good question, though. I know T-Hawk at Realms Beyond loves that game. So one downside to this is, obviously we're not in slavery, so cities like this, these fishing villages, are going to take a long time to build anything. But, you know, that's okay. That's okay. Even if it takes forever. And by the way, look at the value of the engineer and priest here. Basically doubles the production from this city. Even if it takes a while, we don't really need to build stuff in like our fishing villages at this point in time in the game. If it takes a little while, that's whatever. All right, well, the other thing we want to check out is how are we doing at flipping these tiles? So let's see how much more we still have to go. Looks like we're close to flipping this one. 5,337 against 6,796. And then the other tile I really want to flip is this one here because it makes this city so much safer. Oh, we're about to flip this one any second now. We need to get workers up there to improve that tile. Let's pull this big stack over there. Got a stack there, and we have another stack over here. Let's bring them over to the border region. Found poverty point. It can work one village. It's okay. I don't know. We'll see. I don't really need another city here. It probably will not pay for itself. I know that we've talked about that spot, but as I said, I don't think it really pays for itself. All right, so 300. This isn't wow. This only takes 3 turns. I guess we might as well do this one first because they take about the same amount of time. Okay, now we're up to 500, 511 culture there. That poor barbarian village. I know, right? We're like, but that barbarian village. Okay, so here, this is our heroic epic city, so we want to get out some more military. I did build the university here, but let's just get out a few more rifles and calves in case old what's-his-name comes back calling again. Actually, this city does not have a stable, so you should do rifle. Oh, wow, Schwartzwald's actually unhappy. We need a... Do we already have a market here? No. Okay. We don't have dyes. So I guess you actually build a temple because we need more happiness here. Right? None of these other buildings provide happiness. Oh, we could do the Colosseum, I guess. But the Jewish temple gives us more benefits because we're in, we're running those, we have the, what do you call it? Spiral minaret. And yeah, we have spiral minaret, that's why. Also, I realized belatedly I had to repair these fishing nets. So I have the fishing nets queued up to be repaired. So we're probably going to do the turns a little bit faster, but I hope that that's okay. We're kind of like in the stage of the game where it's not that contested. We're kind of everything's kind of well under control right now. So, oh, we have Sistine, and we also have Sancor. I think we have Spiral Minaret, and we missed Sancor, if I remember correctly. So I'm mostly just focusing on my core cities here, trying to get this remaining stuff done. So like we could cash rush the temple here if we wanted to. I mean, is it worthwhile to do this? No, we'll save it. We'll save this for the levee that we're going to get close. I do want to cash rush a levee here because that like doubles the production of the city. Oh, look how close we are to being able to finish this. Going to come up just short. All right, so we have most of the cultural stuff done in here. I guess we have the Taoist monastery, and then once this is done, we can pretty much just pull off our production tiles and run more artist specialists because like there's not really anything else we need to build. I guess we have the levee coming in too. Colosseum doesn't produce culture, right? Pretty sure Colosseum doesn't produce culture. Also, I don't... it increases if you run the slider, but remember, we're not running the slider. Hey there, welcome. No, we just are getting started. All right, we finished a bank here. Well, there's not really a whole lot more for us to build in this city, so... And I mean, honestly, at like this stage of the game, we kind of have all our infrastructure built, so unless we're planning a military campaign, just sitting here working all our good tiles is honestly pretty solid. And like, I think we finished the bank here too, yeah. So like, okay, just get us espionage stuff. I mean, we're gonna switch all these over to dikes as soon as they come in, because it's such a good building. All right, build the windmill there. And then you need to come over here because we just gained control of this tile, and then we can drop something down. On this tile there are going to come up a little bit short, but that's okay. I guess technically we could build caste system workshops here too. Yeah, we need you to work this stuff. We should probably... I was going to say we probably should farm this, but no, we actually have plenty of food surplus. It's just we had the working boats pillaged. So as soon as that fishing net's repaired, we'll have plenty of food there. Okay. Alright, so as mentioned before, the city kind of has everything done that it needs. So, I mean, I guess we'll work on the observatory, but mostly I'll just fire our low production tiles. At least to get back to stagnant. Actually, we can run a little deficit here, because that's fine. And yeah, so now we're at We just picked up 56 culture per turn from the specialist. So this is all okay. Oh, one other thing I want to mention. So look, we're at 790 per turn if we do this. Now there is also the option to build culture instead, but watch what happens. We won't get anywhere near as much. So we can also do this, right? And build culture. But like, look, we're only at 703. And the reason for that is the 33 that we're getting from production, it's a flat amount. It doesn't go through the multipliers. It's not getting the plus 400% from all the multipliers. So that's why it's better to run the specialist, just for anyone who's curious. So just wanted to bring that up. So this is why I wanted cast system. And of course we have Sistine Chapel, so the artists are worth 6 culture instead of 4 culture. So 790, and we're down to 42 turns left. All right, so next up, you have 2 cathedrals and 2 temples still to build. The temples are whatever. Oh, we're gonna need these for the cathedrals. Well, that's okay. We'll do the Hindu one first, I guess. But what we're really gonna do is levy as soon as that comes through. Also, you're running triple priest specialist. I guess that's fine. You're probably not going to produce another great person, so that's probably fine. Oh, whoa, we got another great engineer. Okay. All right, well, is this a save for Eiffel Tower? Do we even get to Eiffel Tower in this game? Question is, do we think we're getting there? Probably. I don't think there's any other wonder we would want to rush, because as soon as we finish steam power, we're just going full bore for radio for Eiffel Tower, so we probably save this for Eiffel Tower. It's actually not that many techs away. Scientific method's pretty cheap. Physics is more expensive. Radio is actually very expensive, but we are researching at almost 1,000 beakers per turn. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we'd want to rush. I mean, we could one turn Hermitage if we wanted to, but that doesn't feel worthwhile considering how cheap it is. The alternative would be is we could rush Hermitage. Is it better to just rush Hermitage right now? Or is it better to... Actually, it's probably better to just rush Hermitage right now, isn't it? As opposed to trying to wait. Because it's going to take at least 20 turns to get there, and by the time 20 turns is up, the game's almost over. Probably better just to rush this right now, because the payback is short. Probably about 40 turns left, so... Alright, let's just do this. We'll burn this out fast, and we'll get the overflow, and... Yeah. All right, so we can workshop for 4 production on this tile if we want. Actually, that's probably better because we'd like to be able to build stuff here. Let's do that. Basically, now it's another hill tile, right? Actually, it's better than the hill tile. Slightly better than the hill tile because we're in cast system. All right, Hermitage it is. As mentioned, Paradise is where we're probably going to splash some additional cash. Oh, let's minimize this because we're going to be cash rushing some stuff with Uni Suffrage. Oh yeah, and swap to the tile, duh, of course. Much better than this tile. Because that way we'll get the workboat done a little faster. Yeah, good call. All right, into the industrial era. These little graphics, I'm sure people who've played the game a lot know this. They're all different forms of timekeeping.
You would make a ship sail against the winds.
All right, workers build improvement 50% faster. Irrelevant because we had Hagia Sophia, but coal, useful to see. We actually don't have very many texts we can research. Look at this, but we definitely want scientific method. Interestingly enough, it's 7 turns at 20% science. Anyway, all right, so you work this tile, and then I guess we could do this to be stagnant, but for now, the starvation's an acceptable rate. If we start to get really low, then we'll rebuild some food. But for right now, let's just build some calves there. All right, you build that. Oh, well, it's obviously dike. Actually, no. Forget, we have to cancel that order. We have to build the dike here. We're actually going to be building dikes in basically every city. We have coal under Desert Lullaby. And, oh, cool, East Korea's got it on this, or no, the capital has it on this mine. Cool. Just a little bit more production there. Although, actually, we're not working the tile at the moment, but we will swap back to that if we need to. Okay. Let's fix this, and then we're going to do the mass swapping to the dikes. Sounds weird saying that. What the heck was that worker animation? All right, anyway, what is going on? No, I do want to actually look at the cities. I'm not just going to click all. Oh, wait a minute. Do we actually have the... Oh, no, Spudworld's working that tile. Okay. So we flip this tile, and we're close on this one. These two tiles here are not as close. I guess I need to cram a few more units into Spudworld. And I guess that's it for the moment. I don't know that we have a lot that we need to do in terms of worker actions. Let's just pull these guys back from the border a little bit. Okay. All right, so you will definitely build a dike over the observatory because you have a lot of tiles that benefit from it. It's only 800 gold even at the swapping penalty. Nice. Paradise as well. We'll rush these next turn when we get out from the swapping penalty. This city is fine. This city can... East Korea has enough production that we can just have it build it naturally, probably. We'll see, but we definitely want this to finish. Now it's down to 48 turns, and it still has quite a few... whatchamacallit. Actually still has 3 of these to build. Okay, you want the dike there. We'll build this once the rifle finishes. I'll let the bank finish there. I'll let the banks finish at these. The jail, though, I don't care about, so you do that. All right, you can finish next turn. I don't care about the security bureau, so go. You little cities on the coast 100% need these so you can build anything. Yeah, you can finish that. And you definitely want the dike over the courthouse, even if it takes a while. You can finish that. Okay. All right, looks good. Yeah, the modern worker animations can get a little buggy. So look, just like that, we're already down to 40 turns. So I was saying like turn 275-ish. Well, it looks like we're probably going to beat that because East Korea is going to go a lot lower than 48 turns once we finish all these buildings there. Yeah, now it's already down to 42. So it's already up to 700 culture. All right, so let's get that dike, which you can build in 3 turns, and then you just got to cram out the last Islamic mosque and Taoist pagoda. We need one more Taoist temple too. All right, you do the dike. It's actually kind of nice not having slavery. The game actually is a little slower. So here's one city that can't build a dike because there's nothing here. No water tiles here. So I guess we will build the Colosseum because it's about to grow into unhappiness. You, though, we do want our unique building here. By the way, I don't suppose he's plotting war again, is he? Can we please not have another war? Okay. I mean, I wouldn't think that he would go to war with me, but you never know. It is the AI. Anyway, so this is probably the tile that we have to turn one of these tiles into a windmill, I think. So let's turn this one into a windmill, just to keep the city from starving. You guys, I don't think there's anywhere else. Oh, there was a tile over here I was working, the forest, that can be lumber milled. Other than that, I'm not sure there's that much more to be done. Cities have mostly grown to work all their tiles. I mean, like, that's not a bad tile, right? 2 food, 2 production, 3 commerce. It's going to be even a 3 production tile once the dike finishes, so that should be pretty good. Okay, let's get these cash rushed. 459 gold. That'll speed that up nicely. Same thing here. Actually, do we care about the dike being done faster here? We're not building anything, right? Not actually building anything here, so I don't know that we actually care about that. Cradle's kind of finished everything it needs to build, hasn't it? So I guess we can leave this alone. Not really any point. This city will... Do we rush it to speed up 1 turn? Probably not. But I might cash rush the mosque and pagoda just to speed them up a little bit. Well, we'll see. In any case, time to push to the next tech. Making Vicky 3. I know that Vicky 3 just came out. That game is not for me. That game is too complicated for me. Oh, for wealth, I guess, well, We would never build wealth here. We would build culture instead. But yeah, we could hurry the dike and then build culture. I guess that's probably worthwhile to do. Rush the dike and then just get another flat 20 culture or whatever. That's probably worthwhile. Oh, that was for Schwarzwald? Alright, you now build the dike. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see this in a golden age, sadly. But let's send you to Spud World. And you guys, I think, can just chill for right now. I don't think I have anything for you to do. Alright. So we'll finish scientific method, and then we'll probably have to run a little bit of extra gold. Although what I should do is, because this is going to obsolete the monasteries, I should save gold here for a bit, and then we'll burn 100%, hopefully to radio. So let's save up like 3,000 gold, because we don't want to obsolete the monasteries until we have to. Right? No reason to obsolete them if we don't have to. Like I said, at least these turns are going by pretty quickly. Okay, so Cradle. Oh, we actually have a lot of overflow from this. We'll stick this on here. So hey, there we go, 800 culture. Need 38 turns to get the cultural victory there. Paradise 45, East Korea 41. This is another city where we might want to rush this, potentially. So here we have to finish 2 temples, and we'll see. I might not be able to resist cash rushing this, which is fine. The sooner we get the cathedrals, the sooner the game ends. Yeah, I might not be able to resist cash rushing that. We also have to build the temple here so that East Korea can then build the last cathedral, because this still hasn't done the Taoist temple, or Taoist. Yeah, we still have to do this temple here. I might not be able to stop myself from cash rushing that next turn. All right, you do a bank. And do work this. Oh no, what are you doing? What is this? Yes, do work these tiles. Do not work spy specialists. Nice how fast these turns go by, though. All right, so as I said, I don't think I can resist myself from speeding that up. That's why we're in uni suffrage, so we can do stuff like this. So we'll get that, and then we'll get this temple. Also get quite a bit of overflow, because we cash rushed it. And then we'll probably cash rush the remaining temple there, too. $666 culture per turn. Nice. All right, so we'll 1 turn this, and then we'll probably cash rush the Islamic mosque too. All right, so you finish the dike. Increases production on all these riverside tiles. So now you just need to do the Islamic mosque and Taoist pagoda. So we have to do the mosque first because we still need to build the temple for this one. And you need to do the dike as well. And let me just look at my cities real quick. I'm going to scroll through the city list and see if anyone has any tiles that need improving. Oh, you know what? While we're not working this tile, hold on. While we're not working this tile at Cradle, we can give this over to this city here. It's a very good tile. There we go. Actually cuts a turn off. And I don't think we're going to grow again, so let's do this. Can always give that tile back if we have to. Oh, great artist. I thought for a second we had birthed a great artist somewhere. Okay, but I don't think I'm like, are there any unimproved tiles I need to improve here? I don't think that there's a lot. As I said, I'm pretty capped out at this point. We're mostly just trying to polish this game off. This tile's not improved, but we're probably not going to work that tile anytime soon. No, all looks pretty good there. I mean, there's a forest to chop back there, but that's about it. No, we look pretty good here. This is where it would be nice to whip off some of this population, but no. Also, if you're not working production tiles, then work scientists instead, not spy specialists, please. Oh, we got a tile here we can... Actually, Spud World needs a little work. Okay. Anything else? Not learning could use a little work, too. That's the... So let's just grab this over here, and where's my other worker stack? over here. Let's farm this. There we go. Because the dike will make that a 2 production tile. Now it's food neutral. And then not learning we'll need to. Let's see. So we already have the lighthouse forge. We got some of the basic stuff. There's no food bonuses here. So we do need these farms, but then one of these can be probably a watermill. Actually, both of these could probably be, one could be a watermill and one could be a workshop, something like that. Okay, looking good. Alright, so we need to build this so that we can then build that. You now go back to building calves. Yeah, you are now base production 32, so that's about 70-ish production per turn with Heroic Epic and the Forge. Not bad pre-factory. So calves, that's about 3 calves every 5 turns, something like that, which is pretty good. We'll just crank them out for a little while. You're going to come down here so we can improve some of these tiles. All right, yeah, so we got that. I don't think I want a cottage on this tile. It's too late for this cottage to do much of anything, so we'll workshop this instead. If Spud World wants a high production tile. This has the possibility for that here. It's kind of a low food city, so not that relevant, but we have a high production tile if we want it. Okay, so time to splurge money again? You bet it is. Woo! Just speed that up a little bit. Hey, it shaves turns off our finishing date. Look at this, 35, 37, 38. Now, of course, it's going down with time as we finish more buildings, but still. Yeah, Wang Khan, I'm pretty sure he's not plotting war. Yeah. I mean, if he does, we're pretty far ahead of him in tech now. So we'll build this, and then we'll probably cash rush the Islamic Mosque, too. All right, so Dallas, yeah, you don't need help in building this. And then we can drop some production tiles and run artists here, because you'll have all the cultural stuff done. All right, leve for you, or dike, our unique building. The watermill. Again, I don't expect to be attacked again, but for right now, we might as well work on some of these tiles. Okay, workshop. I mean, looks good. Just, I mean, it's nice that we can burn through these turns relatively quickly. And then next turn, we're going to get ready to... we'll start this, and then we'll rush it. Oh, wait, we actually need 2? Wait, are we missing? Are we short an Islamic temple? Hold on. Did I miscount this? Islamic temple. Oh, we only have 4. We're 1 short. Did we forget to spread Islam to 1 city? I thought I already had all my spreads done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, is it only 5 cities that have Islam? Am I 1 short? I thought I had all the. I thought I was done with all the religious spreads. Oh, it looks like I'm 1 short. Oh, okay. Well, we can remedy that. It looks like I'm 1 short. That's okay. We actually have a. Well, we're gonna be short by 8. We'll be short a turn. I thought I had this all lined up, but I did not. It's okay. We'll just run this to I don't know, Spud World or something, and then cash rush. Probably Spud World, and then cash rush the temple instantly. That's okay. Just doesn't look as cool on stream. The fact that I did not count this correctly. It's like, no, now we're supposed to start the Islamic Mosque, but we're 1 short. That's okay. You can do Globe Theater. We can cash rush Globe Theater next turn. We'll just cash rush Globe Theater for a little bit of extra. All right, back to calves for you. Assuming we don't fail this dice roll. All right, whew. So, Islamic Temple. Since we're going to do Globe Theater, I can rush them both next turn. By the way, Suffrage, late game, actually pretty good. You rarely get to see it because normally everything has to be going full bore into science, but we actually have a situation here in this game where we can kind of like fiddle around with Suffrage stuff, and it's pretty cool. How much production are we getting here? Yeah, I'll keep this because it gets us over the 12 breakpoint. Probably not going to flip these tiles anytime soon. There's a lot of culture on them. 11,000 culture points on this tile, 7,000. So probably not going to flip them anytime soon. But up here, getting close. Getting close. And this one, we're not too far. Actually, we're not too far off on flipping these either. Chose unwisely or chose unwiser already has the key tile though, which is this one, and we got the rice tile, which is what I wanted. We already have ivory, so flipping ivory does not really matter for us. Okay, yeah, I guess that's just about everything. I mean, we can mine this tile, but I don't think we're ever going to work it. Still, can just toss it down because why not? And yes, I know I'm building up an awful lot of gold, but we're going to spend some, and then again, we're trying to go on a burn straight to radio after this. All right, so that's all of your, yeah, that's it. That's all of your cultural buildings. Except West Point, which we can't afford. I mean, this city's up to 800 culture per turn, and now that we don't have to build stuff, we can convert over to artists. So, yeah, we can run a slight food deficit here. Now, there we go. 1,068 culture per turn. Yeah, there we go. So we starve in what? About 15 turns? We can always fire some of these. I mean, we're going to have to fire some of these guys when the Wonder Tech comes in anyway. But yeah, look at that. 24 turns. Not too shabby. 1,068 culture with no running the slider, no corporations. I'll take it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff. And hey, oh, we can build culture too. Only shaves one turn off, but I mean, yeah, why not? Nice. Very nice. And we finished that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you guys just chill. Oh, someone's adopting emancipation. No, no emancipation. I don't want the unhappiness. Well, my cities seem to be pretty good, except Schwartzwald. A couple of the cities along the edges are a little unhappy. My big cities are fine because we have so much. They're fine because we have so much happiness from all the religious buildings we've done. All right, so Globe Theater is 1,000. We don't need production, so you can all go over to artists. Same thing here. But you're also unhappy because of emancipation. Well, this Islamic temple will make you feel a little better. Oh my god, he actually is up to cautious now. What? Wang Khan, my friend? Oh my god, he's actually willing to... Should we demand he give this to us? Yes. I demanded it just because I dislike him. It would have been better just to pay the trivial amount to pick them up, but I don't care. Alright, also Paradise. You grew another size there? Okay. Alright, so Mosque is up, and we will rush it next turn when we're not at the swapping penalty. Nice. Yeah, look at this. Look at Stone, the little city that could. It's actually a pretty decent city now. Not a good city. It's never going to be that, but it's actually decent. Harbor is useless because we're in mercantilism, so we just do the jail. Very nice. All right, so the one thing I want to check, my understanding is when scientific method comes in, it obsoletes monasteries. I believe that you still get the culture for them, but I don't think that you get the I don't think that you get the science from them, if I remember correctly. we're just going to check. So right now, Cradle's at 821. Let's see if that goes down when the monasteries get obsoleted, just out of curiosity.
I do not feel obliged to believe that the same God who has endowed us with sense, reason, and intellect has intended us to forego.
Okay, I wanted to go back and check that, but of course you're gonna have me go through all this other stuff. All right. Well, we definitely lost culture there. Some of it was, but I think some of that may have been from the Great Library obsoleting, because the Great Library also obsoleted. It removes culture. So the culture does get lost, is that right? In which case, it actually does slow us down a little bit. You can see if you scroll down. Well, I realize that they're not... Oh, wait a minute, they are still listed here. Okay. Yeah, all right, so they're still listed here in the queue. I think it was just the Great Library obsoleting that cost us some of the culture, because the monasteries are still here. Okay. All right, so we're now Cradle is the slowpoke because it lost some of its culture. It's at 751. Well, if we're lucky, we might get a great artist out of here. Yeah, if we're lucky, we'll get a great artist, and then we can pop that if it's the last city remaining and speed things up by a few turns. Oh, we discovered a source of oil. Oh, offshore oil. Wow, we don't have a single land-based oil with all this territory. I don't think it's going to matter, but wow, we have no land-based oil. Although it's one tile outside of not learning. Kind of funny. This is the only so like land-based oil comes online at combustion, but water-based oil comes online at plastics, which is a lot later. So we would be in kind of bad shape if we needed to go on an offensive war and we did not have oil. Oil is the most important late era resource. If you don't have oil in the modern era, you're in bad shape. All right, anyway, so we will rush the mosque. There we go. And now we'll turn on science. I should be able to run at this for about eight or so turns. And we'll see how far along we can make it towards Eiffel Tower. I mean, we can try to pick up Broadway along the way, but it is an expensive wonder because there's no doubling resource. All right, that is the last building we needed here. So we'll put you on culture as well. And you are, it's interesting that the capital is like the slow one, because I think I put most of those wonders in other cities. Oh yeah, we'll just get, I'm like, which city is this? The Heroic Epic City. Okay, Dyke. Oh, you still have a lot of stuff to build, don't you? Because we captured you. You were a plundered target. So we will have should have a little bit over 50-50 odds. And it looks like this is probably the last great person we're getting. So let's cross our fingers that this is an artist. Anything else is not really going to be too useful at this stage. I mean, I guess a 7% great engineer, we could rush one of the culture buildings, I guess. Otherwise, we're looking at that 32 turns. And probably a little bit less than that, because even slower than that, because I'm going to have to fire some of these artist specialists soon. So it looks like I didn't quite even out the culture well enough. The capital is the laggard right now. But I wasn't like sitting here with the spreadsheet, so it's understandable that it doesn't quite work out. So these turns are going pretty fast. 3 turns. And you probably have enough of those. Why don't you do the bank then? Security Bureau. Yeah, I'd say we're pretty done here as far as actually building stuff. Just help us build some wealth then. There's nothing more to build. You still have stuff to build though. Library, we get the cheap libraries. That turn, a lot of stuff finished. Just like randomly a lot of stuff finishing. Obviously the great person at physics has been gone a long time ago. Curious as far as techs. So a number of people are up economics. Sergey Varman apparently got the physics great scientist. A couple people ran to communism, which is interesting, but not going to be useful for us here. That said, we're ahead in other areas, aren't we? We have we have chemistry, steam power, but like Churchill is actually keeping up in tech pretty well. This guy's missing replaceable parts rifling, also democracy. But the AI is not falling that far behind in this game. It is Emperor difficulty, so it's like not a joke. No, I could of course just give it to him. Actually, no, we'll go ahead and do this. It'll probably take him to pleased. Yeah, I figured this would take him to pleased. All right, we got his great world map
Action, there is always
just for fun.
Equal reaction.
All right, onto electricity. Techs are starting to get pretty expensive. Yeah, there's nothing else I need to build here, so you can just also go into wealth. Same deal here. I guess there's the Forbidden Palace I could technically build somewhere, but that doesn't seem very valuable. Yeah, I don't know. You can do the Security Bureau. Again, I'm not really worried about enemy spies. So we should have the Great Person roll coming up this turn. It's almost 60% for the Great Artist, which is what we're looking for. Scientist might be able to bulb electricity. I honestly don't know what the scientist target would be right now. I don't think it would be economics. Actually, it would probably be communism, if I'm remembering correctly. This deep in the tech tree, I don't know what they all do all that well. Oh, we have a source of uranium? Oh, we should improve that just in case we need it. Near Cradle. We have several uranium sources. Okay. One there, one there. Well, we're not lacking for uranium. We're not going to bulldoze over that. Not going to bulldoze over this tile. Okay, but we have some unimproved tiles over there we can go connect. So what are we looking at? 29 turns for Cradle. So hopefully we can get this Great Artist, because that would be very nice. All right, Dike. And it is an artist, yay! All right, so we obviously are not going to make a super specialist at this stage of the game. So we want to use a great work. And since we know that Cradle is the lagging city, there's no reason not to just burn it right away. Yeah, that. I mean, the odds were in favor of that, but still, it was still pretty good. We might as well just burn this right now. I mean, we could. The general play is like to save until the last turn, but there's no particular reason to do that. We know Cradle is going to be the last city out of these three. Like, we know that these other cities are already producing more culture and already have surpassed it. So we might as well just use this right now. So nope, not a super specialist. We do not want to discover beakers towards communism. We'll go ahead and do this. So let's see, we're getting 750 per turn. So that should shave about 6 turns off the finishing date, roughly. Why is your stream find out Civ4 has DLC? Civ4 I don't think has downloadable content. Civ4 has an expansion, actually had 2 expansions, Warlord and Beyond the Sword, but it does not have downloadable content in that regard. I'm glad that you were able to catch the stream though. It's an older game, so it was before that was a thing. So yeah, it cut it from 28 down to 22. And oh look, now we're actually timed reasonably well. Look at that. Not bad. Of course, as mentioned, I'm going to have to fire one of these specialists soonish, because the city is starving. But we'll run this as low as we can. Then we'll probably have to pick up this tile here, which does add 1 turn to the finishing date. Although there's one other thing we can do though, is when we hit electricity, we can pause and we can stop our research and just run gold. And then we can cash rush Broadway in Cradle to shave another turn or 2 off. We might as well do that. Again, uni suffrage. Fun thing to have in the late game. Definitely fun having this. Also, we're building all these espionage buildings. If you're gonna run someone extra, run that tile. And you're unhealthy, so let's get the grocer. By the way, this city now has pretty good production thanks to the dike. Look at this. We've got 21 base production in this city, which is otherwise a useless fishing town. Oh, and we actually got control over this tile. Cool. Nice. Let's improve that tile then, shall we? All right, so you guys mine that, and then my other worker stack can go improve that tile. Not that we're likely to work it, but at the very least, we'll road the tile. You're not plotting war, are you? Yeah, yeah. The reason why he's not plotting war is he knows it's not going to go well for him if he declares war on me. I mean, it's like you can take a stab at it if you want, but yeah. A workshop was destroyed by enemy infiltrators. Oh no, whatever will we do? I think we can handle that. All right. We'll just replace that. The workers are actually even in that area. All right, we'll do this because it gives more culture to keep pushing back here. I think we would probably rather work this as a windmill, I think. Because we do get the river bonus, which means we get the financial bonus on the tile. Yeah, 143. All right, anyway. Work this tile over. Yeah, that's better there. And then you can go improve the other uranium, just in case. Not that we're likely to need it. All right. Electricity in.
We will make electricity so cheap that only the rich will burn candles.
So under radio, but we're going to turn off spending and then cash rush Broadway to get more culture in that city. More culture. More culture. And yes, we will replace that workshop. Your spies did nothing. Your spies achieved nothing. Where is that other? Oh, there it is up there. Okay. So let's see. 22 turns. This will cost about 5,000 gold. That's fine. Remember, we need to dump one turn into it. We need to dump one turn in so we can get rid of the swapping penalty. And then we'll need about 5,000 gold, but that's only about 4 turns. So we'll get a little extra food this turn, and then we'll go back to running the specialist next turn. Getting security bureaus for lack of anything else to build. All right, there you go. See, that whole thing was useless. Okay, back to Broadway. Back to minor starvation deficit for more artist specialists. All right, so we need 6,000 gold. Okay, well that'll take a few turns, but I mean, it's going to take less than 19 turns to get there, so going to take less than 19 turns. Now, I'm wondering if we can grab another tile, because right now Paradise probably doesn't need quite this much food. I don't know, 16 turns. East Korea's at 14 turns. East Korea also will need to cut into the rate of starvation soon, though. Actually, no, it can hold out for a little while longer. All right, just kind of chilling here. Spud World has actually turned into a pretty decent city, somewhat shockingly, as we continue to wrestle tiles away from Minecon here. I'd like to point out that originally Paradise and Desert Lullaby were the front line, right? Or like originally it was Stoned was like the border was like right here, and then East Korea, Paradise, Desert Lullaby, Goldfish. That was the front line. Now it's like an entire row of cities further. Like we could easily drop another city here, but with no food bonuses, there's not really any particular need to do so. Don't really get anything from doing that. It's late enough in the game that it's like whatever. Yeah, we need. That was six. It was 6,000 something. So we need at least another 2 or 3 turns as we just continue to tick down on the culture. Another security bureau. All right. Yeah, we're just going over to wealth because there's not much time left in this game. Grocer. Well, this city has like nothing to build, so wealth. There we go. Just more money. Yeah, Korea attacked 3 times. All 3 times we took a city away as punishment. All right. East Korea only needs 11 more turns. So Cradle's 17. We should be able to do this right around turn 270. Right around that. Because I think we can shave a turn or 2 off, but we won't be able to shave much more than that. So it's a good question. Why are you avoiding harbors? Well, look what I'm running. I'm running mercantilism. So no foreign trade routes. So the harbors won't actually do anything. That's why. But otherwise, the harbors would be great. Oh no, someone stole drama. Oh no. Not drama. That's not outdated at this point in time. But otherwise, it would be a good choice for sure. Yeah, we're running the food surplus down. East Korea probably should do this so that it doesn't starve. I mean, it's going to go legendary sooner than the capital anyway. I'm impressed that we managed to get this terrain here, which is not especially amazing terrain, up to 1,000 culture per turn. They improved domestic routes, but they're not going to turn anything into 2. Here, we can watch. I'll build one here. It's not going to turn any of these trade routes into 2 culture trade. I don't believe it will turn any of them into 2 commerce trade routes, but I could be wrong. Oh, never mind. It did turn them all into 2 commerce trade routes. Okay. That would have been worth building earlier in the game then. It's probably a little late now, but would have been worth. It looks like it tipped them over from 1 commerce to 2 commerce. So it was worth 4 commerce per turn, which is not nothing. It's not an amazing amount, but not nothing. If I had overseas islands, then it would be much more worthwhile, but I do not. We need a market here. Destroyed a watermill on that tile? Okay. Looks like WineCon just keeps sabotaging me. You know what? Sabotage we won't stand for. We're going to have to go fix that. Just because I must have some ungodly huge advantage in espionage with him because he keeps spending all his points. Yeah, we can investigate his cities. We actually have enough that we can not only have visibility on his terrain, we can actually investigate his cities. Like we can look and see what he's doing here if we want to. He does have the Hindu shrine. Kind of interesting. We can see what he's researching. All right. Wow. Somebody really likes the spy stuff. Where was the workshop? Oh, wow. Their spies are really going after this little location here. Definitely a good use of espionage points, right? Pillaging improvements I can just repair in 1 turn. That's definitely a good use of those spy points. Anyway, so just checking here. Broadway is 6,500. We should have enough for that next turn. Okay. Sure, we'll do the harbor. Why not? All right, it's back to... Oops, I meant to do a watermill there, but that's okay. This just gets it more production. That's probably fine. Okay. Wonders are, by the way, wonders cost more to rush. Just as how slavery civic means you have to pay extra to rush a wonder, it's the same for universal suffrage too. We have 6 more turns until we starve here. And now we'll get ready to turn on research on radio. Do it in 6 turns. All right, this is probably our last wonder of the game. I don't think we're going to have time to build Eiffel Tower, even though that would be useful. But yeah, I don't think we're going to have time for that. All right, so one more wonder in the form of Broadway. I like the little car driving by. And just 50% more culture. We also get the extra resource. All right, so Cradle, you go back to building culture. 11 turns. Oh, looks like we are due to go legendary on turn 270, which is what I was shooting for. Broadway did not actually do a whole lot for us. Unfortunately, it might have to be slower than that because I need to get more. Is there any? You know what we can do? We can windmill this tile, and then that'll keep us from starving. Actually, you know what I should have done? I really didn't think this through, did I? I should have just mass farmed here, and then I could have run more specialists. That would have been smarter. I could have just mass farmed all these tiles. Where's my other worker stack? Oh well. I'm not sure why I didn't think to do that. I guess what it was is I didn't want to bulldoze all these beautiful cottages. There we go. All right, we're able to freeze here. So 11 turns. How close do we get? How close are we to like getting? All right, so we're at 41,497 plus 7920. It's not close. It's 11 turns. We can't. There's no easy way to shave another turn off that. Oh well. Yeah, I think I just didn't want to bulldoze these beautiful cottages. Even though I could have bulldozed them and ran more specialists. Oh well. That's fine. East Korea, you can probably stop now. Oh, you know what we can farm this tile, and then you'll be good. We'll just go farm that tile. All right. Yep, we have everybody just building wealth. We're one tile short of reaching that. It's okay, we'll get it next turn. We'll get it next turn. Just barely stopping the city from starving. So I'm sorry if this wasn't like some dramatic race to the finish here. It's been pretty leisurely in this last turn set, but yeah, it's kind of a chill way to have things go here. Did we farm that? All right, there we go. So now East Korea stabilized on 3 food. There we go, 4 turns to go. Okay. So we got all these cities to stabilize here. So we are 974. Yeah. So it's going to arrive on turn 270, as said. East Korea will be first. We won't have any more. We don't have any more great people due, so not going to be able to speed this up. This is literally just hitting next turn a few more times. As I said, pretty chill ending to the game. Although we will be able to, East Korea could try building Eiffel Tower because it's going to go over the cap early, so it could afford to drop working the artist specialist. All right, anyway. Wow, Spudworld actually built everything, built all the infrastructure. Cool. You can do the Jewish temple for Sancor value, I suppose. Yeah, this city is gonna. East Korea is gonna be legendary first. Cool. All right. Radio it is. And we'll get started on Eiffel. I don't think we're gonna finish it.
Her life was saved by rock and roll.
So the next most useful tech would be biology. I mean, we could go mass media for UN and Hollywood, but if we get Eiffel Tower, we get the broadcast towers for free anyway. Why don't you do Forbidden Palace just for funsies? All right, East Korea. 17 turn. Oh, that's right. We can fire these. You can get some of this production back. Not enough to finish in time, though. Yeah, it did cut down to just 900 beakers per turn, but yeah, so we're not going to be able to get Eiffel Tower that fast. Remember, we did skip out on factories, so we don't have anywhere near as much production as you normally would at this stage of the game because of the way we skipped out on all that. Partially rush it. I don't think I can partially rush the Wonder. 12 turns. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. We can use, yeah, we can, it'll drop with uni suffrage. But the game's going to end in like 5 turns, so we probably won't have time to finish this, but you never know. The cost to rush is 9,000 gold. We might get close, maybe. We'll see. Of course, we do win the game in 5 turns. All right, so East Korea is first to go legendary. We did have all the cities going legendary within a couple turns of each other, so that's pretty nice. We're able to synchronize it like that. Also, where are these units going? Are those pikes running around in my territory? East Korea has achieved legendary culture. Nice. So 8,000 per turn. Yeah, it should line up right around on the turn when we win. The water supply of paradise was oh my god, are you serious? AI is such a jerk in this game. Why? The city's just about to go legendary. It's okay. It's gonna literally, it's like, we're about to celebrate. Our city's going legendary, time to celebrate. And they're like, all right, time to run in here and poison the water supply. It's like, what? And we could build the grocer to help out with that, since it's going legendary next turn regardless. All right, 7,000 gold per turn. Legendary cesspool. Forbidden Palace, done. So, the city did go legendary. Paradise has achieved legendary culture. Do the culture bug. We don't need to exploit the culture bug. Alright, so we will be able to rush this next turn, because we're going to have 6,000 gold and it'll cost less. So we will be able to finish Eiffel Tower on the turn that we win the game, and that's pretty cool. Oh, we actually got control of this oil tile. Nice. Nice. As we slowly continue pushing back the border. We also got control of this tile, too. Oh, and Spud World finally got control of its entire first ring. Look at that. The whole first ring, even this tile here. So Seoul, like, controls its own 21 tile radius, but we've got everything outside that. And this tile's about to flip, too, right here. Might even flip on the inner turn. We'll get another tile there. So, like, we completely shoved back the border in this area. If the game were going to continue, then actually having control of this oil would be a very big deal. There we go. So we're able to cash rush Eiffel Tower. And that should do it, because we are within 300 culture anyway. All right. I even got one of the, you're right, I did get one of the tiles. Let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80. Paradise right here is actually putting culture on this tile right now because it's legendary. This is 20%. That's the first border expansion. 40, 60, 80, 100. These 3 tiles it now puts culture on. That's probably why we grabbed this one. Or it must have already been putting. Never mind. We must have already been putting culture on here even before going legendary, because we have 54,000 culture on this tile. 20, 40, 60, 80. We must have already been putting culture on this tile. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But we did gain control of that, so we'll just save it here, just so we have a final save game file if we ever want to go back and for the Hall of Fame. Yay! Eiffel Tower finishes, and we are the victors of this cultural game. So turn 270, I think that's pretty good. Now, obviously, it's not anywhere near as good as like the people who try to run the Hall of Fame stuff at Civ Fanatics, but random map, not one that we custom crafted. A leader that's not especially greatly suited for a cultural victory. William's not bad, but I don't think he's amazing or anything. And we didn't run the culture slider. Like we never ran the culture sliders, and we did a lot of it with universal suffrage at the end of the game. Let's see if we get the cultural victory. Don't you get some little video for that? Here we go. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. I guess that's a statue to William. Well, we did actually build the pyramids in this. Did we build the pyramids? Yeah, we did. That was one of the wonders we targeted. Didn't build the Great Lighthouse, though. Or no, we did build the Great Lighthouse. All right, let's watch the replay. By the way, thanks for subscribing, Dark Kuno. Merry Halloween Miss Weekend. Yes, indeed. We were going to bring William down here in his little Halloween costume, but he might be asleep, and we're not waking him up just to do that. All right. So yeah, we were somewhat lucky that we were on the 2 Civ island instead of the 3 Civ islands. But between my position and Wang Kan's position, I actually think his position was a little bit better because he just had this humongous backlines. Like, imagine if I had his start, I probably would have gotten like this much of the island, and then this start would have had like nothing. Anyway, let's see if they ever fought on the other island. So we did not get either of the first 2 religions, but then we did clean up all the remaining religions after that. So, all right, Srivarman took a Barb City over there. This is just us expanding. First wonder was the Oracle, which we used. Interesting, the Stonehenge was completed the same turn as the Oracle, which we used to pop Confucianism. And then there was that stupid Barb City that caused so many problems in this game because it took forever. That's when we built it. That was a late pyramids, turn 100. We were lucky that there were not a lot of wonder-heavy AIs in this game. Like, we didn't have any of the AI leaders that are obsessed with wonders, fortunately. All of these leaders, Wang Kan, Suryavarman, Sitting Bull, Churchill, have like average to below average build wonder rates in their AI setup. Built the Great Lighthouse and Hanging Gardens on the same turn. Statue of Zeus. All right, this was the first time Wang Kan declared war. This was so annoying because I had like my entire military off here fighting the Barb City when he came across the border, but then we had like the God RNG sequence. Oh, that's us raising the Barb City. So he never actually he never actually was able to capture my city that was unbelievably exposed. And then we were able to capture his border city, again, with crazy good RNG, better than I had any reason to expect. So that was the first time we punished him for capturing a city. Then he comes back again. We were not able to hold Spud World. He did take that, but then we were able to recapture Spud World and then punish him again by taking that city on the north coast. Where is it? I guess that already happened earlier. Yeah, we took that city away. And then he comes back the third time, along with Suryavarman, which is very, very odd. So we're like, all right, we'll do this again. But we took away his last city to punish him. And then after that, we just turn on the slider. So watch the border move here with the slider turned on. You can see it moving turn by turn. But yeah, in the end, we complete the Eiffel Tower and win on turn 1800, on the even year of 1800. That's pretty cool. Love getting that. No wars between the AI at all. Sometimes that happens. it actually makes some sense because, well, actually, no, I'm surprised Surya Varman never fought against either of these two. I was going to say it was mostly peaceful AIs, and it was, but Surya Varman's fairly aggressive. I have to imagine that the reason why they never fought is they all had the same religion. And this can sometimes happen if the player like grabs all the religions for themselves. So like this island had Buddhism, the one religion we didn't have. Wine Khan founds Hinduism, then we grab every other religion. So there's 6 religions on this island. There's only one religion on this island. So everyone, of course, is going to be Buddhist. And that just allowed them all to be friends. So that can happen sometimes, especially if you, the player, devour all the extra religions. All right. So Bargrass, let's look at the last 100 turns. We were out in front in score. That's not surprising. What happened here? So Sitting Bull lost some score. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, GMP includes culture, so it's somewhat deceptive, but yeah, we were pretty far out in front. As you would expect for someone playing Willem, who is an incredible economic leader in Civ4. Production, our golden ages stand out 1, 2, 3, or 3 golden ages, but even with no factories, we were way out in front. We were ahead in food the whole game, too. Power. Actually, we're not that high in power. We were higher than Wang Khan. Apparently, Surya Varman was getting ready to attack someone. Look at that huge spike. Must have been when he discovered rifling. I'm glad we did not have to chew through his rifles. Sitting Bull also had a big spike. Here's when Churchill got rifling here. He was a little ahead of them in tech. Culture is just a joke. Culture is just a joke, as you would expect, because that was our victory condition. And then for all that I was building those espionage buildings, it looks like Churchill and Surya Varman beat me to the punch because they were spamming the espionage buildings apparently as well. All right, anyway, demos, we're number 1 in pretty much everything. Food is, yeah, one-sided. Production, one-sided. We are not in a golden age right now, by the way. So this is real production. And we don't have factories either, which I would have definitely picked up if this hadn't been a culture game. Soldiers, we could make that up if we needed to. I was mass building wealth, land, population. Top 5 cities, do we have all of them? No. But our 3 legendary cities are number 1, 2, and 3. East Korea, Cradle, Paradise. So East Korea, the game rated as being the world's best city. With Versailles, Hanging Gardens, Oracle, Angkor Wat, Chichen Itza, Sistine Chapel, Taj Mahal, Eiffel Tower, and Statue of Liberty. Cradle only had 4 wonders. East Paradise only had 4 wonders, plus the Jewish shrine. So we cleaned up most of the game's wonders. Too bad we didn't get Notre Dame. I thought we would get that one, but Churchill apparently built it. And we were never going to build Temple of Artemis. The one other wonder that would have been really good would be Mausoleum, but we were not able to get Mausoleum, unfortunately. We didn't even go for Calendar Tech because we didn't have Marble. Would have been nice to have Marble in this game. Anyway, most unit currents is cavalry. Only 8 workers at the end of the game. Surprised I didn't have more, but I guess I didn't need them at the end of the game. 14 catapults built, 12 settlers built, killed 16 war elephants, 11 Pachas, yeah. A lot of war elephants from Wang Khan because he lacked horses, so that was his best unit most of the time. Lost 11 catapults. That is not surprising that catapults are most lost. And then top built was library. So that might sound kind of weird. You're like, why would library be the most built? It's because when you capture cities, libraries never survive on city capture. So like I captured some granaries from those enemy cities, but I never captured a library, and I built a library in every city because it was super cheap as creative. So that's why. And then we have a bajillion temples and monasteries in here. Look at all those temples. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different monasteries. Anyway. Score is just kind of average for Emperor, 71,000. Nothing much. But hey, good game. Good game. Definitely take that. So we were indeed able to power through the last session here. So now this will be on here as William Cultural Challenge of the Netherlands. Cool. It's actually right by the Willem of the Dutch game I put on YouTube, which was the very first Civ4 game I put on YouTube. Actually scored very similarly, although it got there in a very different way. Got there with a much later space race as opposed to an earlier cultural. So as I said, different setup to be sure. All right, well, that pretty much does it for this one. So I hope that this was entertaining. I know it was hard to catch this live because it was at different times every week. But again, we got a 1-month-old. Well, he turned 7 weeks today, so he's almost a 2-month-old. Yeah, I'm actually, you can actually track how old he is because I've done one of these videos each week, and he was born 7 weeks ago on a Friday. But yeah, it was entertaining. We will be back next week. We're going to do a different game, not just different Civ 4 game, but literally different game entirely. A game I haven't streamed before. So a different turn-based strategy game next week. So thanks for tuning in. This one was a little bit shorter, but short and sweet. So catch you guys again soon. Have a great weekend and take care, folks.